As part of our using our preps, our emergency preparation equipment, camping gear, the series on getting the practice on how to actually use this stuff, I'm going to bake some biscuits in my Coleman folding camp oven. The heat is going to be provided by the recently acquired Coleman 425F liquid fuel camp stove. Stick with us. This may be an interesting one to watch. So the 425 is already fueled up. The tank is installed to the stove, and you'll see it's a little breezy out here today. I have the wind guard on the left up, the one on the right down. That allows me to more or less center as best I can on the burner. Now the 425 is a little different than the 424, and you can see it don't work too well, but it's because of that hinge. I can't overlap, so this is as best as I can go. So let's fire this thing up, get this oven preheated, and see what we come up with. As you can tell, we've got the stove lit, and we're preheating. Something I should mention, my old folding camp oven has seen a bit of use here along the Texas coast, so it's got a little bit of corrosion on it. I try to keep it as clean as I can, but let's face it, this old metal just doesn't hold up that great. I mean, it'll do, but it's not going to be pretty. So, the pizza stone's been washed. I've got my butter flavored spray, not exactly Pam, but yeah, same kind of thing. And there we go. A can of regular buttermilk biscuits. Let's see how the temperature on the oven's doing. I'm getting closer. We're going to start prepping that pizza stone and plopping the biscuits on it. Unlike a regular oven, you're not going to have the luxury of being able to keep these fully apart. So, just, make them touch as little as possible. And we're getting a lot closer to being ready to bake. Okay, we're now just a hair over 350. Time for the biscuits to go in. Okay, we're just under 350 right now. The biscuits are in, and we're going to give it 15 minutes. Okay, so there they are out of the oven. I had to use a foil instead of the stone because the stone apparently is just a little too wide for this oven. But there they are. You can see this one on the end burned, but as you go towards the back, they're perfect. This end is the one that's right over the right hand side by the hinge of the door. Looks like these two burnt, but the rest of them are fine. So we never eat all of them anyway, so I'm going to chuck those two and we're going to have breakfast. In packing things up, I picked the stove up, and you can see the heat that was under the stove has apparently done some damage to my plastic top table. So I think one of the caveats that I'm learning from this whole process, it's been a long time since I've used that oven on anything other than a concrete table. So the caveat I have here is make sure that whatever you have under it isn't likely to melt or burn. So the experiment is done, the biscuits are eaten, and breakfast is over for us. There's a couple of takeaways I wanted to make sure that not only me, but you were able to gather from this. Number one, the last time I used a Coleman oven, not this particular one, this one's been sitting in storage for a while, that stone went in the bottom of the oven. and it really did seem to even the heat out quite a bit. Number two, the bottom of the stove got really, really, really hot. I've only ever used these on wooden and concrete picnic tables. This is the first time I've ever used one of these ovens on a plastic picnic table. Don't do that. If I were to do it again, I'd take a couple of bricks and set the stove up on the bricks. So anyway, the Coleman oven works. Heat control's a little wonky. That's a known issue. And the heat isn't super even. I'm not sure, other than the fire brick pizza stone thing, what else you can use to even it out, but it worked well enough for what I needed. If you like my videos, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to go back into the old catalog by clicking my channel and then clicking on the videos link. There's lots of decent stuff back there you may be interested in. And like I always say to you folks, be busy, be productive, be safe, but most of all, be blessed. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.